Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about a critical shift that will change the way you approach success, happiness, and fulfillment. Too many of us spend our lives chasing money, believing that wealth is the end goal. But let me tell you something, money is not the goal. It is a byproduct of something far more powerful. We must shift our focus from chasing money to creating value. When you focus on value, money will follow naturally. Let's talk about how this works. Money is not something you chase. Too many people spend their lives in pursuit of wealth, thinking that money itself is the end goal. But here's the truth. Money is merely a byproduct of something much more powerful: value. If you want to attract money, stop chasing it and start creating value. When you shift your focus to providing value to others, you'll find that the rewards flow to you, often in ways you never imagined. Think about it. Everything of true worth in this world is a result of value. The products we buy, the services we use, the relationships we build, they all stem from one thing: value. When you can provide something that others need or want, that's when money begins to follow. It's not about seeking money directly. It's about seeking ways to serve others, solve problems, and make lives better. The moment you become someone who adds real value, the world opens up to you in ways that are beyond just financial. The law of value is simple but profound. The more value you provide, the more opportunities will come your way. Think of the greatest people who have ever lived. They didn't set out to be rich. They set out to improve the lives of others in meaningful ways. They solved problems, they met needs, and in the process, wealth followed. When you create something that enhances lives, you don't have to chase after money. It will naturally be drawn to you. Let's take a closer look at this natural law of success. The richer the value you provide, the richer the rewards that will come. It's not about how much time you put in or how hard you work, although those things matter. What truly matters is the value you're offering. Value isn't measured in hours or effort. It's measured in how much it improves someone's life. The more you give, the more you get in return. It's a simple equation, yet so many overlook it in their rush to make money. If you want to build wealth, you need to build value first. And not just any value, real value. Value that solves problems, value that changes lives, value that lifts others up. When you focus on creating that, you will attract everything you need, including money, because money follows value, not the other way around. But here's the key. This doesn't happen overnight. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time. It takes effort. But if you stay committed to adding real, genuine value, the rewards will follow. This is the natural law of success. Money doesn't need to be your focus. Make value your focus, and everything else will fall into place. So the next time you think about wealth, ask yourself this: what value am I bringing to the table? If you want the world to reward you, become a person who consistently adds value. The wealth will follow, not because you're chasing it, but because it has no choice but to find you. Create value, and the rest will take care of itself. Too often, we think success is measured by how many deals we close, how many sales we make, or how much money we bring in. And while those things are important, they don't define success. The truth is, success is not about the transaction. It's about the transformation. It's about solving problems, adding value, and meeting the needs of others. When you focus on solving problems, when you focus on creating real solutions, money follows naturally. It's a byproduct, not the goal. Think about it. Every success story you know, every person who has made a lasting impact didn't get there by focusing solely on making money. They got there by solving problems. Whether it was a product, a service, or an idea, what set them apart wasn't their ability to close a sale, but their ability to offer a solution. They looked at the world, they saw challenges, and they said, I'm going to do something about that. And in the process, they found that the rewards came not because they were chasing the rewards, but because they were focused on solving real problems. This is where most people miss the mark. They get so wrapped up in the transaction, in the need to sell something, that they forget why they're selling in the first place. They forget that it's not just about pushing a product, it's about offering something that makes someone's life better. That's the key to success. That's where the money comes from. When you focus on solutions, on adding value, you're creating something that lasts. So people will always pay for solutions, whether it's a problem that's been nagging them for days, months, or even years. When you offer the answer, you stand out. Now think about yourself for a moment. How do you approach the world? Are you someone who sees a problem and looks for a way to fix it? Or are you someone who sees an opportunity to make a sale, close a deal, and move on? The difference is huge. When you focus on transactions, you're chasing something that is fleeting. When you focus on solutions, you're building something with substance. You're creating value, and value is what attracts not just money, but lasting success. Every person you meet, every potential customer or client has problems they need solved. They have needs that must be met. The people who succeed in this world aren't the ones who are focused on making a quick sale, but the ones who are focused on providing something of real value. The ones who take the time to understand the problem, the ones who care enough to find a solution. When you shift your focus from transactions to solutions, you become someone people want to work with, someone people trust, and someone people will pay to solve their problems. And here's the truth. When you bring solutions to the table, the money takes care of itself. It's not about how much you can sell, it's about how much value you can offer. The more value you provide, the more opportunities you'll have. It's the law of reciprocity. The more you give, the more you get in return. But it doesn't happen by focusing on the money. It happens when you focus on what matters, on creating solutions that change lives. So stop focusing on transactions. Stop worrying about the next sale, the next deal, or the next paycheck. Start focusing on how you can solve problems, how you can meet needs, and how you can add value. When you do that, the rewards will come. Not because you're chasing them, but because you're creating solutions that people need. And in the end, that's the only success that truly matters. The world operates on a simple principle: it pays for value. If you want to earn more, you must bring more. And how do you bring more? By developing your skills, your expertise, and your knowledge. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become to the world. It's as simple as that. Excellence isn't just a nice idea, it's a demand. The world rewards those who commit to mastery, those who dedicate themselves to becoming the best they can be. We all want more success, more opportunity, more income. But here's the catch. You don't get more by simply wishing for it or waiting for it to happen. You get more by becoming better, by improving your skills, and by consistently getting better at what you do. When you take the time to develop yourself, when you put in the effort to become excellent at your craft, you unlock doors that would otherwise stay closed. Because the world is full of opportunities, but only for those who are ready to take them. And the way you get ready is through mastery. Imagine a world where you're the expert in your field. Imagine that when people think of your industry, your name comes to mind. Imagine being sought after, not because you're lucky, but because you've earned it through your dedication to becoming great. This doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you've chosen to be excellent at what you do. You've made the decision to invest in yourself, to work harder than anyone else, and to never settle for mediocrity. You see, excellence attracts opportunity. When you strive for mastery in your craft, when you consistently show up and do your best, the world begins to notice. People want to work with the best, they want to learn from the best, and they are willing to pay for the best. The more you refine your skills, the more you increase your value. The more value you bring, the more people will pay you for it. It's a simple equation, but one that requires effort, dedication, and persistence. The truth is, you're in control of your future. If you want to increase your income, you must first increase your value. And the only way to increase your value is by becoming excellent at what you do. Excellence is not something that happens overnight. It takes time, it takes effort. But the rewards are undeniable. The more you invest in developing your skills, the more you position yourself for success. The world will pay you for what you know, for what you can do, and for the expertise you bring to the table. And the best part, the better you get, the more opportunities come your way. So make the decision today to invest in your skills. Commit to becoming the best in your field. Master your craft. Strive for excellence in everything you do. And watch as the world begins to pay you for the value you provide. Success isn't about luck, it's about mastery. And when you become an expert, the rewards are yours to claim. Success is not about what you get, it's about what you give. The most successful people in the world are not those who wake up every day with the sole goal of accumulating wealth or seeking personal gain. No, they wake up with a deeper sense of purpose. A purpose to serve others, to make a difference, and to contribute to the well-being of those around them. True wealth doesn't come from simply taking, it comes from giving. The more you serve others, the more you make their lives better, the more wealth, fulfillment, and success you attract. The question we must ask ourselves each day is, how can I help someone today? If you wake up with the intention to serve, to add value to someone else's life, you've already set yourself on the path to success. Service is the foundation of true wealth. The people who make the biggest impact, who enjoy lasting success, are those who shift their focus from themselves to others. They understand that in helping others achieve their goals, they too will achieve theirs. We live in a world that is constantly looking for ways to be served. Everyone wants something, but few are willing to ask, how can I serve? It's easy to get caught up in your own goals, your own struggles, your own desires. But here's the truth. The more you focus on helping others, the more your life will transform. The law of reciprocity is a powerful force. When you give, you get. But here's the key. It's never about the getting. The giving must always come first. When you serve others with a true, authentic heart, the rewards will follow naturally. Think about the most successful and fulfilled people you know. Chances are, they are the ones who are constantly giving, whether it's their time, their expertise, their kindness, or their resources. They have discovered the secret to true wealth. It's in the service. The more you contribute to the lives of others, the more you position yourself for success. But it's not just about wealth in the traditional sense. It's about fulfillment, about satisfaction that comes from knowing you've made a difference in someone's life. And the universe rewards that kind of selflessness. Serving others doesn't always mean grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small things that make the biggest impact. A kind word, a helping hand, a moment of support. It's these acts of service that create lasting change. And when you make service your priority, your life will begin to overflow with opportunities. You will find that the more you give, the more you receive. Not because you are chasing the rewards, but because you are focused on something far greater than money or recognition. You are focused on others. So, wake up every morning with the desire to serve. Ask yourself, how can I help today? Look for opportunities to make a difference, no matter how small, and know that as you give, the world will give back to you in ways you could never have imagined. Serve with a purpose, not for the rewards, but because you genuinely want to contribute to the lives of others. When you do, wealth, true wealth, it's the natural law of life. Give and you will receive. But remember, the giving must always come first. In the modern world, we often hear people talking about networking. They emphasize the importance of meeting as many people as possible, collecting business cards, and making as many connections as they can. But let's be clear, networking is not enough. What really matters are relationships, genuine, trust-based relationships. When you focus on building real, meaningful relationships, that's when the true value starts to unfold. It's not about having a vast list of names. It's about having a few solid, trustworthy connections that will stand the test of time. You see, relationships are the foundation upon which success is built. True relationships go beyond the transactional nature of a business exchange. They are rooted in trust, respect, and mutual support. When you invest in people, when you genuinely care about their needs, their goals, and their well-being, you're not just creating business opportunities, you're creating lasting bonds that will enrich your life in ways that go far beyond any financial gain. Think about the most successful people you know. Chances are they didn't get to where they are by simply collecting business cards or attending every networking event in sight. They got there by building real relationships, by showing up, by listening, and by genuinely offering something of value. They understand that relationships are the true currency of life. The more trust, respect, and value you create in your relationships, the more opportunities come your way, not because you are expecting them, but because people naturally want to support those who have supported them. These are the relationships that last, the ones that create not only financial rewards, but personal fulfillment, joy, and true success. It's easy to think of relationships as transactional, to approach people with a mindset of, what can I get from them? But that's a short-sighted approach. The real power lies in asking yourself, how can I add value to their life? When you give first, when you serve others with no expectation of anything in return, that's when the magic happens. People remember those who genuinely care. People remember those who show up not just when they need something, but when they want to offer something. The bonds you form with others, the trust you build over time, will create opportunities that far exceed anything you could get from a business card or a fleeting interaction. True relationships are the ties that bind us, and these ties are what will carry you forward. They provide support during tough times. They open doors when you least expect it, and they create a network of people who are genuinely rooting for your success. This is the power of relationships, not just networks. So stop focusing on quantity and start focusing on quality. Instead of attending endless networking events, focus on a few key relationships that are meaningful and authentic. Invest time in getting to know people, in truly understanding their needs and how you can contribute to their lives. When you build relationships based on trust, respect, and value, success will follow, not just in the form of business opportunities, but in deep, lasting connections that enrich your life in ways that matter. The real opportunity lies in creating relationships that go beyond the transaction. These are the relationships that will elevate you, challenge you, and take you to places you never thought possible. So ask yourself today, how can I serve others? How can I build deeper relationships with those around me? Because when you focus on relationships, the rewards will come, not just in terms of business, but in terms of the rich, fulfilling life that only genuine connections can bring. The journey to success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Too many people today are searching for shortcuts, looking for that quick fix, hoping for an immediate reward. And when they don't see the results they expect right away, they give up, frustrated, disillusioned. But here's the truth. Money doesn't come overnight, and that's perfectly okay. Success, real success, is built on a foundation of time, effort, and patience. It's not about instant gratification. It's about planting the right seeds today and trusting that in time, those seeds will bear fruit. Think about the process of growing anything of value, whether it's a garden, a relationship, or your career. Nothing grows overnight. You have to plant the seed, nurture it, give it time, and trust that with consistent effort, it will grow into something meaningful. The same goes for building wealth, building value, and building your life. When you focus on delivering value consistently, when you make the effort day in and day out, you will see results, not immediately, but over time. Patience is key. Far too many people give up too soon, thinking that because they don't see results right away, they must be doing something wrong. But success doesn't work on a timetable. It's a process. And the process requires time. It requires consistency. It requires you to stay committed even when the results aren't immediately visible. The seeds you plant today, whether it's through hard work, dedication, or the value you add to others, will take time to grow. But make no mistake, they will grow. And when they do, they will bear fruit far greater than anything you could have imagined when you first planted them. This is the difference between those who succeed and those who quit. The ones who succeed are the ones who understand that success takes time, that the rewards don't come overnight, and that the process is just as important as the outcome. They trust the process. They know that if they stay committed, if they keep doing the work, the results will come. It's the compounding effect. The little things you do each day, the small steps you take, eventually add up to something massive. So, don't delay. Getting clarity. Wealth, true wealth, doesn't come from one big score. It comes from years of consistent, deliberate effort. So if you find yourself feeling discouraged because things aren't happening as quickly as you want, remember this: you are in the process. The seeds you are planting today will grow, but it takes time. You are building something that will stand the test of time, and that kind of success doesn't happen in a rush. Trust that the work you're doing now, the effort you're putting in today, will pay off tomorrow. Stay patient, stay committed, don't give up. The rewards will come when they're supposed to, and they will be worth every moment of the wait. Trust the process, keep doing the work, keep planting the seeds, and watch as the results over time begin to compound in ways that will change your life. Stay focused on what you can control, the effort, the consistency, the value you create, and trust that the process will take care of the rest. Wealth is built on time and effort, and the greatest rewards are the ones you earn by sticking with it. If you're serious about achieving something great, then you must be ready to make sacrifices. Sacrifice is not a dirty word. It's the price you pay for greatness. Too often, we want the rewards without paying the price. We want success, but we aren't willing to give up what's comfortable. We want to live a life of abundance, but we hesitate to let go of the things that are holding us back. Here's the reality: you can't build something extraordinary without giving something of yourself. Success requires a sacrifice, and it's the willingness to make that sacrifice that separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. What are you willing to give up to build something worthwhile? Are you willing to sacrifice your time? Time spent working on your goals, time spent learning, growing, and developing yourself. Time that could be spent relaxing or doing something comfortable, but instead you choose to invest it in building your future. Greatness doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect time. It comes to those who seize the moment, who recognize that to move forward, something has to give. If you want success, you have to be willing to give up your comfort zone. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because nothing of value comes without effort, without discipline, and without pushing yourself to places you've never been before. Sometimes sacrifices will be even more tangible. It could be money, the resources you need to invest in your future. It might be risky, it might feel uncomfortable to part with money today, but the future you're building will pay you back tenfold. The sacrifices you make in the short term will lay the foundation for your success in the long term. The money you invest in learning new skills, growing your business, or creating new opportunities, it's all part of the process. It's a short-term pain for long-term gain. And the beauty of sacrifice is that the rewards are never just monetary. They're found in the growth, the transformation, and the satisfaction of knowing you paid the price for your future. The willingness to sacrifice is also the willingness to say no to things that don't serve your purpose. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. It might be saying no to distractions, no to things that don't align with your goals, or no to the easy path that promises comfort but leads nowhere. Sacrifice means choosing what's important over what's easy. It means staying focused when the world wants to pull you in 1,000 different directions. It means saying no to the immediate gratification of today so you can say yes to the rewards of tomorrow. But here's the most powerful truth about sacrifice. When you're willing to give something of yourself, the universe responds. It opens doors you never imagined. The opportunities that come your way are the result of the sacrifices you've made along the journey. They are the rewards for your commitment, your discipline, and your refusal to settle for less than your best. It requires that you give up something in exchange for the life you've always dreamed of. So ask yourself, what are you willing to sacrifice for the life you want? And remember, the sacrifices you make now will bring you a future most people only dream. Most people today are fixated on short-term gains. They want quick results, instant rewards, and immediate satisfaction. This is the world we live in. A world that's obsessed with the now, with the next big thing, with the fast track to success. But here's the problem. When you focus on money, you're usually focused on the wrong thing. Money is a byproduct of something far more important, value. And when you focus on value, you shift your mindset from short-term thinking to long-term vision. The reality is that short-term thinking might bring you quick wins, but it rarely builds lasting success. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of making a sale today or closing a deal tomorrow, but these are fleeting moments. They don't last. The real key to building something substantial is thinking long-term. When you focus on creating value over time, you're laying the foundation for something far more powerful than money. You're building a legacy. Think about the people who have left a lasting mark on the world. These are not the people who chase quick money or followed the latest trend. These are the people who had a vision. They thought about the future. They asked themselves, how can I serve others for years to come? How can I make a lasting impact? How can I create something of value that will outlive me? These are the people who built legacies, not just for themselves, but for generations to come. And they knew that success wasn't about getting ahead in the short term. It was about making decisions that would pay off in the long run. And when you focus on value, you're focusing on building something that will stand the test of time. You're thinking about how you can continue to grow, how you can keep improving, how you can serve others at a higher level for years to come. Short-term wins may feel good in the moment, but they don't create real change. They don't change lives. They don't leave a lasting impact. But when you dedicate yourself to creating value that lasts, you build something far greater than just wealth. You build a reputation, you build trust, you build relationships that will pay dividends for years to come. Those who focus on short-term wins often get lost in the pursuit of quick money. But those who focus on long-term value creation create legacies. They build businesses that withstand the test of time. They become leaders who are remembered long after they're gone. They create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond their immediate circle of influence. They think beyond themselves, beyond the next transaction, and focus on the bigger picture, the long-term impact of their work. So ask yourself, what are you building? Are you focusing on quick wins, or are you focused on creating something that will last? Because when you start thinking long-term, when you focus on adding value and making a difference, you'll find that the rewards, both financial and personal, will follow. The key to lasting success lies in your ability to think beyond the present moment and focus on the legacy you want to create. Keep your eyes on the long term, and the short-term gains will come naturally. In the pursuit of success, there is one thing that many people overlook. The most valuable asset you have is yourself. In a world where it's easy to get lost in the noise and pressure to conform, there's something powerful and irreplaceable about staying authentic and true to who you are. Too often, we get caught up in the idea that we need to be someone else to succeed. We think we need to act a certain way, speak a certain way, or even look a certain way to be accepted or successful. But the truth is, the world doesn't need another imitation. The world needs you. Exactly. When you try to be someone you're not, just to chase money or success, you're setting yourself up for failure. People don't connect with a persona. They connect with a real, authentic person. People will pay for who you truly are, not for some version of yourself that you've created to impress others. The value you bring to the world comes from your unique experiences, your values, your beliefs, and your skills. You have something that no one else has: your own story, your own perspective, and your own abilities. When you embrace who you truly are, the value you bring becomes undeniable. Staying true to yourself requires courage. It requires you to resist the temptation to follow the crowd, to imitate others, or to put on a mask to fit in. It means having the confidence to be yourself, even when the world may not always understand or appreciate it. But here's the beauty of it. When you stay authentic, The right people will be drawn to you. The right opportunities will come to you. Authenticity creates a magnetic force that attracts those who resonate with your true self. It builds trust, and trust is the foundation of all great relationships, whether personal or professional. When you live authentically, you also live with purpose. You're not just doing things for the sake of doing them. You're doing them because they align with your values and your mission. Your work becomes meaningful because it's driven by your true passion, not by the desire to impress or fit into someone else's mold. And when you're living your life with purpose and authenticity, everything else falls into place. You're not just chasing success, you're creating it on your own terms. The world values authenticity. In a world that often rewards conformity, it's the individuals who dare to be different, to be real, that stand out. When you stay true to your mission, when you stay true to yourself, you will find that the world rewards you in ways you never expected. People will recognize the sincerity behind your actions, and they will be drawn to you because they can see that you are someone who is genuine, someone who is not trying to sell them a facade, but rather offering. So if you want to create lasting success, don't waste time pretending to be someone you're not. Be unapologetically yourself. Embrace your uniqueness. Stay true to your mission, your values, and your purpose. When you do this, the right opportunities will come to you and the right people will surround you. Success will follow, not because you chased it, but because you stayed authentic and let it come to you. At the end of our lives, we are not remembered for the things we acquired or the money we made. No, what we leave behind, what truly defines us, is the legacy we create. So let me ask you today, what do you want to be remembered for? Is it the wealth you accumulated, or is it the value you brought to the lives of others? The truth is, money is fleeting. It can come and go, and it doesn't define who you are or what you've contributed to the world. But the legacy you create, the mark you leave on this earth, is something that can never be taken away. When you focus solely on building wealth, you may experience success in the short term, but you're missing the bigger picture. You see, wealth, true wealth, is not just about numbers in your bank account. It's about the lives you touch, the people you uplift, the difference you make in the world. And when you focus on creating value, that is when you begin to build something far more powerful than money. You build a life of meaning, of purpose, and most importantly, you build a legacy that will echo long after you're gone. Think about the individuals who have left a lasting impact on the world. It's not their wealth that we remember. It's the value they created, their influence, their teachings, their actions. And their contributions continue to shape the world long after their time has passed. They were not focused on accumulating money. They were focused on making a difference, on lifting others up, on creating something that would outlast them, on creating something that would outlast them. And that is the true measure of success. Building a legacy means making a conscious decision to prioritize what truly matters. It's about thinking beyond the immediate rewards and focusing on the long-term impact. It's about asking yourself, how can I serve others? How can I leave the world better than I found it? Your legacy isn't just the work you do in the world. It's the way you inspire others, the way you show up for the people around you, and the lessons you impart to those who follow in your footsteps. Your legacy is built every day through the choices you make, the relationships you nurture, and the impact you have on the lives of others. When you create value in the lives of others, you create something far more lasting than money could ever provide. Your influence will continue long after your physical presence is gone. Your story will inspire generations to come. That is the power of a true legacy. It is something that transcends time, that lives on in the hearts and minds of those whose lives you touched. So as you move forward in your journey, don't get distracted by the pursuit of wealth. Focus instead on creating value. Focus on what you can give, what you can offer, and how you can make a difference. When you do that, the wealth will come, yes, but more importantly, you will create a legacy that will last far longer than any financial achievement ever could. And in the end, it is that legacy, that lasting impact, that will define who you truly are. So stop chasing money. Start creating value. The money will follow, but more importantly, your life will be filled with purpose, fulfillment, and the satisfaction of knowing that you've made a real difference. Value is the true currency of success. Focus on it, nurture it, and let it lead you to places you never dreamed possible. Thank you.